Hello students, we want to get the approximate focal length of this convex lens. So I am taking my object as the tube light which is far away, and I will try to get the image on this wall. So you can see the image on the wall. Okay, you can see the image on the wall. So can you see this? Focus here, Santosh, focus here. Okay, so here it is blurred and then it is becoming very good sharp image, and then it again becomes dull. So wherever it forms sharp image, so that is the distance from the wall to the lens is approximate focal length. So I am getting the idea of this approximate focal length first. Okay, so for this particular first lens, I am getting the approximate focal length around 16.5. I'll do the similar procedure for the second lens. Orange label, just to differentiate, I'll go for the right. I'll try to get the very good image of the tube light on the wall. That gives me focal length which is approximate. So it is around 23. Okay. So this is how we can get the approximate focal length. Let us go ahead to find out the exact focal length by proper method. Thank you. Hello students. Now we are going to find proper way focal length of the given convex lens. So this method is called autocollimation method. It is marked out here. Okay, so what we need for this method? We need a plane mirror. Okay, and then our convex lens is there, and then we need one index pin. Okay, and along with that we need one stand. So I will be explaining to you what is the actual arrangement. So let us follow the ray diagram. So here we have one index pin over here, right? Let us suppose say we are keeping this index pin at distance f from the convex lens. Okay, so the rays from this index pin will progress towards the convex lens. So these are the arrows for the rays which are progressing towards the convex lens. After refraction through the convex lens, since the index pin is at the position F, okay, so rays after refraction will run parallel to the principal axis. Okay, so the rays are becoming parallel beam. These rays are striking on the plane mirror. Angle of incidence is 0 here because the angle of incidence is measured with respect to incident beam and normal at this particular point, which turn out to be 0 degree. So the rays will follow back the same path. The reflected rays will follow back the same path. So we are getting reflected rays following the same path. Again, it is a parallel beam. Okay, so this beam after refraction through the lens will converge at the focus point again, and we are getting inverted image over here. Now this inverted image, it falls exactly at the position of index pin. So there should not be any parallax between these two, right? So that is between the image and the index pin. This happens only if index pin is exactly at the focal distance from the convex lens. So we are going to do this now actually, right, on the apparatus. Please follow me. Okay students, now you can see the index pin over here. We got a convex lens over here, the one which we are going to use for our experiment, and this is the plane mirror. Okay, and this one stand is taken just to hold our index pin, and we can move this position of the stand up and down so as to adjust the distance from the index pin to the lens. Okay, and we are going to continuously check, right, the image and the parallax between the image and the index pin. Okay, so let me